person, I may add a 3-time winner and a senior who's going to Notre Dame College next year.
Good morning. As Steve said, I participated this year for the 3rd time in the VFW's Voice of Democracy essay speech competition. The theme for this year's speech was my responsibility to America. So here we go. When I walk through the hallways of my school, I'm always intrigued by the people who walk with me. People from varied backgrounds, culturally and economically, with diverse views and interests. This year, however, those people coalesced in a peculiar way. I started to see red ball caps and buttons with a now familiar slogan. I saw blue shirts that spoke about moving forward. These hats and buttons and shirts started to build distinct communities. The red ones flocked together, as did the blue. They smiled and talked and laughed and got along amongst themselves. They exchanged jokes and thoughts, enlightening themselves to their opinions. The groups started walking on different sides of the hallway from one another, eating in different parts of the cafeteria. They started giving each other sidelong glances as they passed by. Each group was bound together, yet our school had never been so broken apart. One could reasonably say that the divisions in our nation today rival those before the Civil War. Everything and everyone is labeled. Red and blue and yellow and green and white, all certain that their label is the best one. They isolate themselves from all but their own label because it's become too challenging to look past them and see the humanity beneath their barcoded, computer-printed exterior. Dare anyone try to bring the red hats and blue shirts and yellow labels together, he is ostracized, ridiculed, made out to be the villain, because he is working to find common ground where nobody wants it. Yet this is what we have to do. We have a responsibility to this country that supersedes any other. We must bring America together. Make it great or move it forward. These pale in comparison to bringing it together. We have this responsibility because of our parents and grandparents and beyond, who loved this nation so dearly, many of whom laid down their lives to uphold its values. We have this responsibility for ourselves, that we might be able to work together to help our neighbor as our brother. Above all, we have it so that we have something we're proud of to hand down to our children. There's no hard and fast way to bring people together, but here's what I know I can do. I can inform and become informed, because to bring people together requires that you understand them. I can avoid jumping on bandwagons. I can lead by example and be selfless, letting go of my ego to break down barriers. But nowhere is there a better example of how to bring our country together than in its earliest moments. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Our founding fathers came together. They were of different backgrounds and beliefs, but they swallowed their pride, moved their grievances aside, and worked together to create what I believe is the greatest country on earth. When I see those hats and buttons and shirts and labels with all their different colors, I realize something. We don't live under the red, white, or blue.